Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield myself as much time as I may consume. I want to start by thanking the chair of the subcommittee for the great work that they did on this bill and for working with us on so many issues. And I have one little adjustment I would like to make that I think would make the bill even better. And I rise in support of my amendment, which would reduce funding for the Council on Environmental Quality from the 2023 level of $3,750,000 to its currently authorized level of $1 million for fiscal year 2024. While I do, again, appreciate the Appropriation Committee's efforts to reduce funding for this account by $926,000 from fiscal year 2023 levels, as well as rescind the $62.5 million of funds made available to CEQ by the so-called Inflation Reduction Act, it is my belief that Congress must go further to hold CEQ accountable for their actions. I'm deeply concerned by CEQ's lack of accountability to congressional oversight, their unwillingness to answer basic questions or even answer a letter in a timely manner. Congressional hearings and letters of inquiry are important tools which elected representatives use to engage directly with administration officials to conduct oversight on policy objectives, openly debate legislation, and spotlight waste, fraud, and abuse occurring in government. These officials have an obligation to be responsive to Congress, engage in the oversight process, and be accountable to the American people. However, on 3 separate occasions just this year, CEQ Chair Brenda Mallory has refused to testify before the Committee on Natural Resources. In addition, Chair Mallory's staff, in written emails from just a few months ago, actually questioned the precedent and need for congressional oversight hearings. CEQ has also failed to respond to basic document production request letters, most recently missing yet another deadline on Monday, October 31st, for a second request for a production of documents. I would like to note for the record that we are not the only committee experiencing frustration with CEQ, and the specific issues we've been seeking answers on since June, well, let's just say that we're not alone in this endeavor. This type of behavior from political appointees in the executive branch is unacceptable and must not be allowed to continue. Mr. Chair, I come before you today to provide solutions. Working hard in hand with the Appropriations Committee and through the appropriations process, Republicans and Democrats alike should support a reduction in funding to agency and agency heads who refuse to comply with congressional oversight. One of the hearings where Chair Mallory refused to appear, the hearing focused on CEQ's proposed changes to NEPA. These proposed changes have far-reaching impacts and affect countless stakeholders, which would make one think that oversight and transparency would be a high priority for CEQ. To make matters worse, the changes CEQ is proposing to NEPA stand to increase permitting timelines for all kinds of projects, including energy and infrastructure, and ignore significant changes to the NEPA statute made in the Bipartisan Fiscal Responsibility Act.
This is it, friends. Will all Americans be receiving a 4th stimulus check? This is one of the biggest questions being asked right now by the American people. Several experts have suggested that an upcoming recession may lead to another federal round of relief payments, but there may be stricter eligibility requirements. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for the latest news and information. Also, to say thank you for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. And also, please make sure that you do stay tuned, because I'll be announcing the winners of yesterday's giveaway. Democratic legislators have expressed their stance regarding another round of stimulus checks. Representative Ilhan Omar, a Democrat, had voiced support for 2 proposals aimed at assisting millions of American families. The first proposal seeks to establish an income baseline for everyone in response to prevalent inequality. The second proposal aims to make the expanded child tax credit a permanent fixture. Ilhan Omar pledged to continue advocating for measures such as guaranteed income, citing legislative initiatives like the SUPPORT Act. This act proposes to allocate $1,200 per month to each adult and $600 per month to each child through the local government via cash payments over a 5-year span. Highlighting the success of local guaranteed income pilot programs, Omar stated, "This bill builds on successful guaranteed income pilot programs we have seen in localities nationwide." Additionally, Omar, alongside 2 other lawmakers, reintroduced the End Child Poverty Act. This act would replace the child tax credit and the child-related elements in the Earned Income Tax Credit with a universal child benefit. The federal level program would universally enroll children at birth, providing monthly payments through the Social Security Administration for every child under the care of a family until they reach the age of 18, with no income phase-ins or phase-outs. The lawmakers' initiative appears to draw inspiration from Minnesota's proposal, wherein families earning less than $50,000 a year would receive $1,000 per child through the state child tax credit, irrespective of their tax liability. Highlighting the impact of the proposed checks on Minnesota families, Representative Ilhan Omar mentioned, "The checks are estimated to benefit 2.5 million Minnesota families, totaling $3.9 billion. Families could start receiving checks in the early fall." Furthermore, the plan expands a child independent care credit to aid families in affording childcare, providing up to $4,000 per child under the age of 5, with a maximum of $10,500 for childcare. Numerous lawmakers concur that federal action is necessary to combat childhood poverty and help millions of families access necessities such as food, rent, childcare, and health care. Enacting the End Child Poverty Act into law is expected to reduce childhood poverty by nearly 2/3. The case for an end to the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes continues to build for investors. On Friday, the October jobs report showed 150,000 jobs were added to the U.S. economy, while the unemployment rate hit its highest level since January 2022. The labor market slowdown is a welcome sign for the Federal Reserve, which has noted it is likely that more softening in the labor market will be needed to keep inflation on its downward trajectory. The jobs report adds to the growing reasons that investors see the Fed stopping its rate hiking campaign. After the central bank held rates steady on Wednesday, investors largely interpreted Fed Chair Jerome Powell's commentary to indicate the Fed will not be hiking again in 2023. Nationwide, Chief Economist Kathy Bostjancic wrote in a note to clients on Friday, "The overall weakening in employment demand and wage growth supports our view that the Fed is done raising rates for this cycle." Meanwhile, investor bets on a Fed pause increased too. As of Friday morning, markets were pricing in a roughly 90% chance that the Fed does not raise rates at its next meeting. That is up about 10 percentage points from the day prior. 1 month ago, markets had priced in just a 53% chance that the Fed would not hike rates again. But despite the rally in markets, the Fed has not made a clear decision on what's next for rate hikes and has not discussed cutting rates yet. Fed Chair Jerome Powell highlighted Friday's labor report as one of the several key data points, including another labor update and 2 inflation prints that will come before the December meeting. Well, my magnificent and most marvelous friends, thank you very much for being part of this community. Every Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you would like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. the more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. The winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Janie King and Gwendolyn Lee. Congratulations, my dearest friends. To claim your gift cards, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or, my dearest friends, you can message me on my Facebook page. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed weekend.